All right, Mr. Kosal's back at you. Teaching from my house to your house. I'm sitting behind my computer. You're watching this behind your Chromebook or your computer, so let's get back to it. What a crazy week we had, folks. Oh my goodness. We had 2 inches of snow one day and crazy cold temperatures, and then it skyrockets to 55 degrees the next day. All the snow is gone. Hopefully you're looking at the forecast this week, because it is getting warm. Oh my gosh, get out of your houses, get outside, do something. Get out of those PJs that you've been wearing for 4 days straight. I'm talking to you. Take a shower, that's always good. But yeah, let's get back to it, folks. We got an awesome week ahead. We're getting closer and closer to finishing this chapter, and the temperatures are starting to get nicer, so hopefully that should help with you being stuck in your houses. Starting off with the lesson 10.3 answers. Once again, this is purely for your benefit. Check them. I know all of you take pictures of your homework and you send them to me, and I've been getting them all, and I'm going to update grades today. That's my plan. So while you guys are doing the homework today, and once again, due by midnight, make sure you get it in on time. But once you're doing your homework today, my plan is to get all the papers graded. It's still in my inbox. I think I've got most of them graded. And want to update Harmony. So some of your grades are steadily going up with all the homework that you've been doing. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on. If you need to pause it, check your answers. Feel free to do that. This is purely for your benefit. If you don't want to check any of your answers, by all means, don't check your answers. I think you're hurting yourself more than anything, but I'm going to let you make that decision. Check your answers. It takes just a few moments. All right, before we start into 10.4, and before I give you the title, I want to give you kind of an outline of what Chapter 10 really looks like. So we've already tackled these 3 sections. The plan for this week is to go today, Monday, 10.4. I'm going to hit that lesson today. Wednesday is going to be 10.5. Friday is going to be 10.6. Now, bear with me on this one. This is going to come to a surprise to some of you. Next Monday, I'm going to teach you 10.7. But the homework is not going to be 10.7. It is going to be a review guide to get you ready for the tests, or I guess you could just call it a quiz, that's going to happen on Wednesday. So, one more time. Maybe they didn't register with you. Today, 10.4. I'm going to give you homework 10.4. 10.5 homework is going to be given to you on Wednesday. 10.6 homework is going to be given to you on Friday. What? No. Wait, we're not doing 10.7 homework here? No. I'm going to strictly give you the review guide. The review guide is going to cover everything from 10.1, and there's going to be a couple questions of 10.7 in there. But I don't have time to give you an independent review day by yourself. So I'm going to give you the review for homework on Monday. I'm going to give you a couple of days. I'm not going to have it due on midnight on Monday night, and we're going to have the quiz on Wednesday. My hopes is that I'm going to give you probably more than a 10-question multiple choice quiz. Be ready for something a little more extensive. Alright, if you have more questions on this, if I wasn't clear enough, shoot me an email, ask. I'll be happy to clarify that and get back to you. Let's go ahead and get started with 10.4. Grab your notes. Grab your notes. Once again, folks, please be writing this stuff down. I am going to check. I'm going to have you submit your notes. Probably, once again, just taking pictures of them, sending them to me, cluttering up my inbox of my email, which is fine. I need to go through them. But send them to me, and we'll get you easy points at the end of this chapter. So, all right, enough talking. Moving on. Today, I get to teach you inscribed angles. Inscribed angles. All right. Inscribed angles. What is an inscribed angle? It's probably in something, right? Probably. Yeah, basically. How I want you to get started is I want you to draw 2 circles. They don't have to be the same size. They could be smaller, bigger, who cares. This one, I'd like you to give it a center. This one, maybe we'll give it a center. Maybe not. Maybe not. But don't give this one a center. above this circle, could you please write, of course, I'm going to screw up. 2 minutes, 3 minutes into it. Could you put central angle above this circle? And then could you put an inscribed angle above this circle? Now this is good review for everybody. I'm going to quickly talk about what a central angle is. Draw it in your notes. A central angle, surprise, surprise, comes from the center of a circle. Let's draw an example of a central angle. Let's make it go up. Folks, I give you a central angle right there. Let's give it an angle measure of 42 degrees. 42 degrees. Now, a couple lessons ago, and this is all review, by the way. This is what I'm going to teach you today, but this is just purely review. It's good for everybody. I gave you a big concept a couple of lessons ago. I think I called it a big key concept. And I said that the central angle is the same measure as its intercepted arc. Because this is a central angle and it's 42 degrees, that means that this arc is also 42 degrees. Crazy, crazy. Let's draw another central angle. Kind of looks like a peace sign, a little wobbly peace sign. Let's talk about this central angle right here, the double arced black angle. If that central angle is, it kind of looks like a straight line, but it's not. Let's say it's 150 degrees. Central angle, nothing crazy. That means that its intercepted arc, the arc from here to here, is also 150 degrees, if you can see that. Good review. Everybody needs some good review, especially in a math class. Inscribed angle is a little different. Notice how a central angle, the vertex is at the center. That's why they call it a central angle. An inscribed angle is an angle whose vertex is on the circle. Let me give you an example. Put the vertex right here, please. And let's draw an inscribed angle. Let's go beep, beep. Let's give this angle of, it's a little smaller than this one. Let's say it's, I don't know, 19 degrees. That's an inscribed angle. A couple things. I want to label this, if you could, with me. This is inscribed angle. And now once again, the two rays of the angle that go to the arc up here is called an intercepted arc. It's the same thing up here. That's an intercepted arc. That's an intercepted arc. It's the arc between the two rays of the angle. So this is your intercepted arc. All right. Okay, now that we have that in our notes, I want to move on to really the first theorem of this lesson, but I'm not going to call it a theorem. I'm just going to jot it down with this little picture right here. I think that's going to be a little easier. Let's go back to central angle really quick. Intercepted arc is same as central angle. How's my handwriting? I think every time I give my notes, I make a handwriting comment. Every single notes. Just watch it for my next section of notes. I'll talk about it. I know I will. Intercepted arc is the same as the central angle. 42, 42. 150, 150. That's not the same over here. And a lot of kids get this confused. This is a 19-degree inscribed angle, and a lot of kids go right across to the intercepted arc, and they say, that is 19 degrees right there. Folks, that is not 19 degrees. I will tell you that the intercepted arc is double. I'm going to underline that. Seems kind of important. Maybe. The intercepted arc is double of the inscribed angle. That's a huge part of my lesson today, folks. Inscribed angle, the vertex is on the circle. Central angle, the vertex is at the center. Inscribed angle, it's the same. Over here, the intercepted arc is always going to be double of what the inscribed angle is. So if this is 19 degrees, this is, well, what's 19 times 2? What is that, 38 degrees? That's 38 degrees. Piece of cake. Bada bing, bada boom. Flipping the page. Example 1.